My name is Ernesto, and welcome to the Sun Parlor. So I wanted to make a video about an uncommon plant, but it's kind of common, Euphorbia Miliii. I don't often say that name. I really just call it by its typical name, house name, which is the crown of thorns. Now, the reason it's called the crown of thorns, as you can see, is these soft, this plant, when I received it, I found it on Facebook on this place called Marketplace. When I got it, was about this huge. So the first thing that you want to do, set this aside. And what I end up doing is, I put this, I use a dog wee-wee pad. Gardening is really messy. So I use alcohol to clean the scissors that I'm about to work with. You want to make sure you have some latex gloves because the Euphorbia, the crown of thorns, does have this milky sap, and it's very poisonous. Actually, I forgot to explain that to you guys, is that it's a very poisonous plant. If ingested by humans or touch, I mean, go on Google, search, and look up what this plant can do. And I guess that's why it's not popular. So I wouldn't recommend it if you have like kids around or any dogs. I have two small little dogs, and first of all, they're very tiny, so they can barely reach anything. But this is actually on an elevated plant stand. It's not reachable to a dog, at least not mine. So you take a clean shear, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a piece of this branch and cut it off. And you want to be careful with the sap that is not oozing.
Hold on.
Just protect all the surfaces, because this is a very poisonous plant. You don't want to get any of the sap on you.
And the thing is, you went and picked it up and then murdered it.
And this has been heavily pruned. Move these little pieces of branch off to the side, and always keep in mind that which side was up, because that's very important. You don't want to plant them upside down, because that'll just look fun. I mean, it'll never work. What I use, and this is already open, I use regular indoor potting mix. Now, again, these are succulents, but it depends on what kind of the climate of where you live. Honestly, you could use succulent soil, but I use this only because where I live, it's dry heat. Set that off to the side. Now, I don't know if you guys have rooting hormones. It's a very cool thing to have, because if you're unsure that your plant will propagate, especially when it comes to plants that you can propagate directly into soil, what you do is you stick the cutting end, the freshly cut end. Just take a look. Dip it in the rooting hormone, and with your finger lightly stick it in the soil. Okay. Again, and you're going to do this for all of them. As long as you don't stab the plant directly into the soil, because you're just going to harm it on its way down. I don't know why you threw away the tape. You should cover it a little. Now you can give this to a friend. You give it away. Just make sure that you let them know. This is one that I did a few months ago. As you can see, it's very cute. It's adorable, and it's growing little flowers. It's sprouting blooms now. I never got it to sprout. Once you get this to this point, okay, this is one that I done a few months ago. Ta-da! That's my video. The Sun Parlor.